Hello and welcome back to the Rekt Capital channel. Welcome to today's video update about altcoins specifically, but we're also going to focus on Bitcoin just to talk about the recent development, the weekly close in Bitcoin's price action. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and let's dive right into today's video. 9,650, the red level, was a very important reference point for price in terms of directional bias for Bitcoin's price action, because if we close below this level, a rejection is likely, and we've seen this in the past in the red circles right over here and here. But of course, a close above the level is more of a bullish stance. It's good news for bullish momentum going forward. And as you guys might remember from Friday's video, an overextension towards the upside is quite likely in Bitcoin's future, given the fact that we've had a very good close. And here's that close, just zooming in. You can see that the candle body has closed above this level, and in fact, this recent candle, and even though we're very early on in this week, this candle is already retesting 9,650 as a new support, because of course it was a previous resistance for 3 weeks in a row, and now we're seeing this level already show the very beginnings of a retest attempt in progress. So that's fantastic news, because if we just cycle back to a tweet I posted last week, this is my bullish case for Bitcoin. A weekly close above 9,650, which of course we got, right? We got that most recently. These are the next things I'm going to be looking for in terms of the bullish case for Bitcoin, because that overextension is quite likely. The overextension I mentioned to you guys just a moment or two ago, this is the overextension that's quite likely to reach for that supply zone of 10,100 to 10,400. That's quite likely to happen now that we've got that first step out of the way. Very positive news for Bitcoin. But what I want to talk to you guys about is altcoins specifically, because Bitcoin is struggling to break out past this red trend line, this significant trend line dating back all the way to mid-2017. It is still struggling here. So theoretically, we're still just consolidating here, and consolidation is very good for altcoins. And the reason that we've had this hype cycle to enjoy is because we've seen this consolidation for Bitcoin. Altcoins have had a fantastic few weeks of price action and price appreciation across the board, because we've been enjoying the Q2 hype cycle for altcoins. And if you guys can remember, to a few weeks back, I spoke about how we're probably going to see price appreciation in altcoins because of how we're already, well, this was at the time, at the beginning of May, where we were at the bottom of this hype cycle. And since then, we've seen appreciation in price, but also we've seen an increase in hype towards altcoins as well. So, and since then, we've had a few great solid weeks of altcoin rallies towards the upside. And if you missed that video about altcoin hype cycles, it's in the top right hand corner for you guys if you missed it. So check it out. It's very useful because it's based on an article that I wrote on my website, rektcapital.co. If you don't understand these altcoin hype cycles, definitely look into them, because they are very useful in timing your exposure to altcoins. So at the moment, we are in the beginning of June, so we are in the latter stages of the hype cycle. We've had fantastic rallies from the beginning of May throughout most of May, to be honest. And now being in the beginning of June, we've still got a little bit more hype left towards these altcoins. Definitely a few projects have strong fundamental analysis going for them. There are a few projects in the space that are worth looking at from a fundamental perspective, but also we see a TA, a marriage between good TA and strong fundamentals as well. So those are the projects that are going to do very well going forward all the way until July. So those select altcoins are probably going to be doing very well, even though we're probably not going to see a general market appreciation when it comes to altcoins as we've seen over the past few weeks, because over the past few weeks we've seen a lot of rallies for altcoins. We've seen many altcoins generally just appreciate in their valuations. So while over the past few weeks we've seen a general market-wide increase in altcoin valuations, we might start to see select altcoins now rally going forward, the ones with strong fundamentals and good TA, because what we're seeing here on the macro view when it comes to Bitcoin dominance is that we have a triangle here on Bitcoin dominance, and we're already at the bottom of this triangle, which means that Bitcoin dominance is now slowing down in its decline. It's now trying to curl up from the bottom of this macro triangle. And if we get a curl up from here, that means that we're going to see market capital flow away from altcoins and go into Bitcoin or into fiat, depending on the directional move that Bitcoin performs going forward. So if we curl up from here, this mini alt season that we've had, this mini altcoin window that we've seen across the board when it comes to altcoins, that general market increase in valuations for altcoins, that could be already over, especially if we curl up from here all the way to this rejection zone. So this sort of trajectory is quite likely. It is a possibility that I'm looking into. But if we see an increase going forward, then only a few select altcoins are going to perform well. So definitely something to bear in mind. But let's be objective and let's look at the other direction. What if Bitcoin dominance breaks down from this macro bottom, this macro triangle bottom? Well, we'd probably see a revisit to the orange trend line over here. And this orange trend line is essentially the weekly trend line. You can see that these two lows are connected with this weekly trend line. So even if we see a breakdown from here, we'll see limited upside for altcoins anyway. So either that upside is already exhausting, the upside is limited for altcoins going forward, or we might see a little bit extra upside for altcoins should we see a breakdown from here. Of course, I feel like this is the more likely scenario at the moment. We are seeing a slowing down in the momentum, some consolidation in the Bitcoin dominance over here. So there is some curling up already. So this is something I'm going to be watching for. But of course, an increase isn't going to be a good sign for general altcoins. Only a few specific ones could do well. But we've had a few weeks of solid price action for altcoins. We have to bear that in mind. It was 3 weeks in a row where we saw really great gains in altcoins, and we're already seeing a slowing down in that decrease, in that decline in Bitcoin dominance. So that's just something to bear in mind, that we could be near the end of appreciation for altcoins in this cycle at least. So as long as this level holds here, I'm more skewed towards the fact that we'll probably see only a select few altcoins doing well going forward, and Bitcoin dominance will increase as market capital goes back into Bitcoin or into fiat, depending on whether we have a bullish case or a bearish case play out for Bitcoin going forward. So Bitcoin dominance is showing that we are definitely in the latter stages of the hype cycle for altcoins, and as my model suggests, this is also very much the case, even though we still have a few weeks left in June, which supposes that we could still see a lot of hype in altcoins. Remember that this hype is more likely to be going towards certain altcoins which have strong FA scheduled for at the end of the month. So very important to just find those altcoins, and you can find those altcoins by checking out my article about the altcoin hype cycles. I have a number of resources there which you can use to your advantage to just make the most of whatever's remaining of this altcoin hype cycle. And if you'd like to read my article, it's in the description down below. But for today, that's about it for today's video update. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like, and of course subscribe if you haven't for more videos like this in the future. I'm Rekt Capital, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Speak soon.